Skylor, I love coming into the showroom and seeing what you have for new product, new styles, new trends. What have I not seen yet?
Well, I mean, we've seen a lot.
Right.
But there are a lot of mosaic options that are out there right now, and it's easy to miss a couple of the cool options. There's little 2-inch hexagons.
Right.
Where we have our Spectrum series that, you know, there's shower floors have been done in little 2-inch hexagons, but it's usually a single color.
Yes.
Well, what we thought we'd do is we'd bring a blend, or a couple of blends for that matter, to the table. You know?
Well, and these are great because there's a few different color tones here. We're seeing a lot more kind of go towards the grayish side now.
I would say so.
As opposed to cool grays.
Yeah.
But if you're still doing that, then this is a great option too.
Absolutely. Another cool option that we are looking at, this is a chevron. Now, the interesting thing here is we usually associate chevrons with wall tiles and kitchen backsplash.
Correct, yeah.
This, in fact, is actually porcelain. So you could, in theory, use this on floors. Maybe a shower floor might be a little tricky, but it is possible technically.
And it's so funny because a lot of people, I think, confuse a chevron with a herringbone.
All the time.
But really, it's the difference, the way they butt together.
Yeah, chevron characterized by meeting at a singular point, whereas the herringbone, you know, named after a fish, of course, but sort of that interlaced look.
And overlap each other.
Oh yeah.
I love the mosaics because they really add a great feature, even if you were doing a full wall or an insert. There's so many different shapes and sizes and colors. What I'm seeing a lot of too is a lot of texture to tiles. So this is a great example. Well, for one, I love the color variation. So it really looks like a hand glazed, you know, fire clay tile, but then you're also getting a bit of that texture to it as well that's giving some irregularity.
Yeah, we usually refer to this as chiseled edge, at least in this instance. What's really nice about that is it gives you that kind of classic style, but it's just done in a more contemporary fashion. So definitely a win. I like the blending of options.
And I love the intensity of this color too. So we're seeing a lot of sort of more softer pastels, but then if you want that moody, intense look, which I'm all for, you can go to something like this.
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
One shape that a lot of my clients are using are the pickets.
Yes, pickets have been and are still a very popular option. We're seeing a lot of use in vanity feature walls specifically, but when we have a smaller scale such as something like this, like our Elegance chevron, it's a nice scale that fits just between a countertop and the base of your cabinets.
Right.
So.
Another trend I'm starting to see too is people are going a little bit softer on the grout. We had a good run on high contrast. People are looking for a little softer now.
Yeah, I think subtlety is key. In this type of market, a lot of people are looking for resale value while still finding something that they appreciate and they love being in. So we're seeing a subtle contrast, more of a blend for sure.
And one shape that I've been not even looking at for the past few years and now I'm super into are squares again.
Yes.
And I think it's been really popular in Europe for the past few years, but everybody in Canada has sort of wanted the linear look.
Yes.
But I'm noticing the squares coming back for a backsplash as well.
In a big way. It's funny, you know, subway tiles, elongated tiles, like you said, linear has been the fashion for a very long time, but we're seeing markets bring in the square tiles, larger, smaller, color and shade variations such as, you know, the greens, the blues. It's all that sort of Turkish zilij style that's really a craze right now.
Well, thank you so much for having us here, and I really recommend that everybody just comes down and takes a look and see what appeals to them.